So to create a pull-up circuit with the push button, so I want to do a push button pull-up circuit, I need a 220 ohm resistor, which is red, red, brown. I need a 10,000 ohm resistor, which should be brown, black, orange, right? I may need a jumper wire or two. So the first thing I always do before I put a circuit on is slide my switch to 0. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my button to 5 volts. So I do that, and I make sure that the wire, this wire, is aligned to be in the same row that that pin is. So both of these things are in the same row, right? This one and that one. And so now I know they're connected, and they're connected to VDD, which is 5 volts. Then the next thing I'm going to do is connect this to a pin. So what always goes into a pin, nothing should ever go directly into a pin except for a resistor, and that resistor needs to be at the bare minimal for this particular type of circuit where we're using one pin in a bank, should be 220 ohms. So I'm going to plug this into 220 ohms, and I'm going to plug this into the bottom pin. Okay. So right now, this end of the circuit and this end of the circuit cannot see each other until I push the button. Then the final thing I need is to take a 10,000 ohm resistor, and I'm going to connect that to ground, or VSS, just like this. And now this circuit is complete. I now have a push button circuit. Okay? And so when the button is not being pushed, because this row here and this side of the circuit is on this pin, and this side of the circuit is on this pin, the circuit will always see 0. And when I push the button, now the electricity runs through it like this, and then the pin will see 1, right? And one way to show that is on this end, I can connect an LED. So every time I push the button, the LED is going to show. So I'm going to do that, and you'll see what that looks like. So I'll take this out. I'm just going to slide this up. I'm going to take the longer wire, and then or the positive end, and place it in the same row as the yellow wire, and I'll place the other end in like this. Cool. So now, if I did everything correctly, it's very dim, right? But you can see the light comes on when I push the button. And when I don't push the button, the light doesn't come on. So right now, because the button is not being pushed, the circuit is going this way. And when I push the button, it's going to go to the yellow wire, into the LED, into the pin, like this. All right? So now I have my push button circuit. And I know at least the circuit is wired right. So now the next part is to write my code.